Magnesium. This is one of the most important nutrients you could possibly be deficient on. I get so many questions. I'm staring at 9 of them right now. Which type of magnesium do I take? Is magnesium right for me? How do I test to be sure that if I am low in magnesium, how do I raise this up? What is it involved with? Could it be magnesium that's causing my problem, the deficiency of it? Let's dive right into it. What's up? It's Dr. Livingood. So magnesium, testing it. One of the best ways to test it is a hair sample that you would get done with a functional medicine doctor to actually measure how much magnesium is in your cells. Now you can measure a blood level of magnesium, but oftentimes it's floating around in your blood. That doesn't exactly show, are you getting it absorbed? It might be high in your blood and like, I got plenty of magnesium, but that might mean you're just not absorbing it. So a hair test might be the best way to do it. No, I don't do them. You'd have to check, maybe someone online, maybe you can get that done to check your electrolytes, but that's a good way to test it. I was deficient recently in it, so I've been using extra magnesium, which then starts to bring up all these questions. Which one should we use? There's 7 or 8 different ones that you can take that help different areas of the system, like magnesium oxide, right? This is maybe really good if you suffer with a lot of headaches, or if you're dealing with constipation, it might be a good one. It also can impact your blood pressure levels and your blood sugar levels and your anxiety levels. Then there's magnesium citrate. That's one of the best ones for getting the digestive system moving and maybe easing up some constipation that you have. Then there's magnesium malate, and that it helps improve things like mood and blood sugar control. It's often used for exercise performance. There's magnesium aspartate. That can help impact fatigue levels or in the muscle creation or muscle firing levels in your recovery. Magnesium taurate, another good one that can impact blood pressure and blood sugar levels. Or there's magnesium glycinate. That helps to fight some inflammation. It helps, from a mood perspective. There's magnesium amino acid complexes. These are very bioavailable forms that can help with heart muscles and enhancing focuses. Like, which one do you use? Threonate, which is actually one that can cross the blood-brain barrier. Like, which one do these use? Well, I just made it simple. All of them. All of them. I would want all of those to impact my body and to impact how my body functions. So I just created a 7-in-1. It has all the forms, including the form in the amino acid chelate form, just like threonate, that can cross the blood-brain barrier. So the amino acid chelate, the chelated forms of it, has the magnesium oxide, citrate, malate, aspartate, taurate, glycinate in the proper forms to get absorbed into the system. So that kind of answers the question of like, yes, all of them. You should be taking all of them in, and then you want to use some prebiotics to help absorb them. You're not what you take, you're what you absorb. If you use a prebiotic, like a chicory root or an inulin, while taking magnesium, you'll get more of it into your system because some of these minerals don't get absorbed very well. And so the best one to take, all 7 forms that the body can use. They're all broken down and they can be used for different areas. So I like a well-rounded approach, 7-in-1. What's a good time to take your magnesium supplement? I take 1 in the morning and 1 at night because magnesium helps support recovery, muscles, firing of it, energy, focus during the day. It also helps people sleep. It also helps with normal digestive movements. So I take 1 in the morning, 1 at night. 2 capsules a day is what I'm currently doing. Is it better to take magnesium on an empty stomach? It might absorb a tiny bit more. I do, but if it's the only time you can get it in is with food, take it with food. You can also open the capsule into food, but I usually take mine on an empty stomach, yes. I'm using the ACV and the vitamin D. What magnesium do you recommend? All 7 forms to help get it absorbed. I think it's a good idea to take it with that ACV to help with a little bit of absorption. It also has the inulin and chicory root already in the capsule. So I'm having anxiousness, I have PCOS. Would magnesium help? Yes, there's several forms of magnesium that help with moods that I just covered, specifically with the moods and the improvements in the moods. Malate is a good one, and bisglycinate chelate. Now, a lot of people take magnesium glycinate. Make sure it's in a chelated form. The one I use is that chelated form will help get absorbed more like food instead of a synthetic form of it. Some of these are made from some toxic chemicals, so I made sure it had the chelated form of it. Those are really good anxiety supporters. I did put some of that in my mood support, which is a good one for the ups and downs of it. From a PCOS perspective, I created a hormone support to help normal hormone levels, especially in women or in men. Next up, I'd love to take your magnesium supplement, but I'm not sure if I can because my red blood cell counts have been high for a few years and I'm not sure why. Well, red blood cell counts are high. Is ferritin high? Are platelets high? If ferritin and platelets are high, you have an inflammation problem. You need to help address the liver. If red blood cell counts are are high, you might not just be getting some of those into your cells and into your system. I would then suggest electrolytes, which do have some magnesium, but my electrolytes are higher doses of potassium to move the oxygen, the nutrients into the cells to utilize it better. So I would actually go electrolytes, which do contain magnesium, instead of just pure magnesium. When I take magnesium, I get strong cramping in my legs. What else do I need to add to the magnesium? This is where I'd actually be using the electrolytes, because you're imbalancing sodium and potassium. Sodium, potassium, and magnesium are the three things to focus on if you have cramping in your legs. So take them all together. Check out my electrolytes powder below, but they need to be taken together in that regard. I've tried all I can think of, even magnesium. What about migraine relief, please? Well, I have a video specifically on migraines. I'll tee that up in a moment for you. What if you take magnesium glycinate with malonate? Can you take this, or will it take away from that? So when taking that form of the glycinate, make sure it's chelated. It will help prevent this from happening. Then when you take in that magnesium form, then you'll be able to absorb them properly, and you'll want to get them with inulin, prebiotics to go with it. In my 7 forms in one, it has that. I didn't want this to be like just a big like commercial for my magnesium, but I get asked about this all the time, so I made it. It is wildly popular and it's helping a lot of people. I think you can get magnesium in by eating foods. You can check out this next video here below. I have the headaches video for you, and the next video I'm going to pop up here in a second is magnesium in foods. You can eat the food sources, but if you need help getting all 7 types in with the prebiotics, you can check out the link for my magnesium below. It's super popular. So check out this next video. You can eat your magnesium. Here's magnesium-rich foods for you.